A very good afternoon. Welcome to NTA Channel 5 News at 1. I am Miriam Emekamadi. As FCTA rolls out the vaccination of frontline health workers against COVID-19 in line with Presidential Task Force and National Primary Healthcare Development Agency guidelines, FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello, who took his own jab of COVID-19 vaccine at his official residence at Life Camp, encouraged residents to take the vaccine seriously as to defeat the deadly virus in the country. Figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as of 16th March 2021 indicates 11 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 19,490, while active cases stand at 3,713, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stands at 15,621, and sadly, 156 deaths have so far been recorded in the FCT. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu has flagged off COVID-19 vaccination for residents of the Federal Capital Territory, just as she declared the safety of the vaccine performing the exercise at Asokoro District Hospital, Abuja. The minister stated that the launching was the single largest vaccination program ever in the FCT to herald decisive victory over the COVID-19 pandemic, Ifeanyi Ezumba reports.
Minister of State FCT Ramatu Tijani Aliu stated that in readiness for the COVID-19 vaccination, the FCTA, through the FCT Primary Healthcare Board and partners, completed a cold chain preparedness assessment and trained all members of the 65 vaccination teams, adding that the FCT can safely store, deliver and administer the vaccines required to immunize all residents in this first phase of vaccination.
Previously, the FCT led the way in several vaccination campaigns against disease such as polio, measles, meningitis, and I want to assure you all that these will not also be different. We are committed to ensuring that the FCT serves as an example to other states in surpassing all COVID-19 vaccination targets.
But how will Corona become a fast event? One of the ways this is to happen is through the vaccine that have been launched.
Guild of Medical Directors and other health experts said it is an added impetus on the nation's target to prevent COVID-19 as frontline health workers were vaccinated.
I know AstraZeneca vaccine. I know AstraZeneca company. Anybody can go and Google it. It's a world-class drug manufacturing company that has produced this vaccine. It's a UK-based.
We want to also assure the general public that all that needs to be done to ensure that this vaccine is available and given safely have been taken into consideration.
I wish to call on all and sundry to shun the rumors, misconceptions and hesitancy and come out in mass to access the COVID-19 vaccine so that our lives can return to normalcy.
Earlier, the Minister of State FCT and her family were administered with the AstraZeneca vaccine as a proof that it is safe for all. Experts say it is a safe and effective way of combating the COVID-19 disease. So far, the vaccination is free. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NT News.
And away from COVID-19, understanding the very best way to care for the ear, experts say will go a long way in aiding hearing, thereby preventing hearing loss. Deborah Gazimika in this report spoke with an ear, nose and throat expert, Dr. Wanda Brown, who advised regular ear check for timely intervention.
Findings show that anytime one experiences sound above 85 decibel, it can damage his hearing permanently, with the projection of World Health Organizations that 1 in every 4 persons will live with some degree of hearing loss by the year 2050. Dr. Wanda Brown advises that it is important that people get enlightened on how to take care of the ear.
There are certain drugs that damage the ears. They call them ototoxic drugs. what we call some aminoglycoside, those drugs they use in treating TB, even some aspirin. So it's important to recognize that all drugs must be taken by the prescription of a doctor. And if they know that these drugs are too toxic, the doctor will monitor you and see when you degenerate.
He discourages the use of items to clean the ear, noting that the ear cleanses itself and the wax is like saliva to the mouth.
Even simple wax in the ear blocks the ear. Wax is a normal production. It is produced by some glands in the ear. It's normal. But in some people, they don't clear the oil, so it accumulates and causes infection and causes hearing loss. Coming home now, there are people who use what they call ear pods or ear disc. Yes, those things should be discouraged. Use it to clean ear, use feathers and all those things. Those ones distort the normal anatomy and the normal physiology of the ear and can cause problems with that.
Since hearing loss can occur in children, the ENT doctor encourages that people go for regular screening of their ears. Deborah Gazaji-Maika, NTA News.
President Muhammad Buhari has named an expressway in the nation's capital city after President of Niger Republic, Muhammadu Yusufu. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Muhammad Musa Bello, announced this while unveiling the 6.7-kilometer road known as Muhammadu Yusufu Expressway. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu reports.
President of Niger Republic, Muhammadu Yusufu, arrived in Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Tuesday morning and was received by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Muhammad Musa Bello, in company of Northern State Governors and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema. Thereafter, the minister led the visiting president to unveil the expressway named after him, following President Muhammadu Buhari's approval in recognition of his contributions to the promotion of peace and democracy in Africa.
This road is hereby named Muhammadu Yusufu Expressway in recognition of his significant role in the promotion of peace, democracy, and economic integration in Africa. This day, Tuesday, 16th March 2021.
The Outer Southern Expressway OSEX is being developed in phases, and the Muhammadu Yusufu Expressway is the first phase starting from the Villa roundabout in Asokoro district of the city to the Nnamdi Azikiwe Expressway. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The federal government says it will allocate 0.5% of the nation's gross domestic product to increase research and innovation with the aim of achieving sustainable development. Hadiza Godwin-Ebune visited Eagle Square venue of the 2021 Technology Expo tagged Science, Technology and Innovation for Economic Recovery and Sustainability amidst COVID-19 challenges.
Research reveals that Nigeria ranks among the 20 strongest economies in the world and has the largest gross domestic product in Africa. And experts in science says, with proper investment of substantial resources in key sectors, it will fast-track progress and developments in the country.
For us, as black people, as Africans, we must be able to make something good out of this country. Science has been the driving factor and the force behind modernization. So everything about development is foundation in science.
Scientists say technology plays a fundamental role in wealth creation, improvement of quality of life, and real economic growth and transformation in any society.
These are systems that from basic hydropower technology convert water onto energy.
This is a prototype project in which we can use to preserve or increase the shelf life of our post-harvest crops during COVID-19 and after COVID-19, following the COVID-19 protocol.
Experts are of the opinion that the educational system should emphasize science at all levels and reorient the entire society towards scientific thinking in order to develop new technologies and adapt existing ones to improve societal well-being and security. Hadiza Godwin-Ebune, NTA News.
Issues affecting the growth of women and girl child in the society is one of the inhibiting factors in the development of any nation. This consensus came to the fore at this year's edition of the GLAM Women Empowerment and Mentorship Program to commemorate the 2021 International Women's Day. Hawa Gimba reports.
And you alone can determine whatever you achieve. Drugs are a no-no.
The grooming and mentoring at the GLAM Women Empowerment and Mentorship Program is about deliberating on ways to support women who are ready to excel in their professions, politics, marriages, as well as workplace. Speakers at the event say, irrespective of cultural backgrounds, social or religion affiliation, the time to support one another is now.
Men sit in their high places and assume they don't know what the challenges are for women. So we're hoping that we could actually write something and present it to them so that we can make some changes in society.
The message is a message of hope and a message of love, like I said earlier. The APC is repositioned, especially the women's wing, which I represent, is repositioned to show to Nigerians that every life, every Nigerian matters to us.
It shouldn't be just the men's world. We are saying, like this year's theme, International Women's Day, says choose to challenge. So we are challenging women to come on board to be able to do that which God have asked them to do. And that's an injunction from God. For us to be helpmeet means we have to be productive.
Convener and founder, GLAM Women Empowerment and Mentorship Organization, Monira Suleiman Tanimu, says to inspire, encourage, empower women cannot be overemphasized, hence pushing women to the next level.
If you take a look at the Senate now, we have just few women. If you take a look at the House of Reps, we have just 22% that are women. So come to think about it, we are not just housewives, like I said. We are not just housewives. That's why we organize programs like this to encourage other women, to show them and to tell them that they can do it.
The GLAM Women Empowerment and Mentorship Organization is a non-governmental organization with a vision to thrive and achieve their dreams in bringing women out of their shell. The occasion also serves as a celebration of the founder's birthday. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Meanwhile, women play a vital role in human development and have significant place in the society and home, as they double as helpmate to man and mother to their children. In this report, Odere Oboru Arutere went to town to sample people's opinion on the place of women in the society.
Women are key to sustainable development and quality of life in the family. The roles women assume in the family are uncountable as they double up as wife, leader, administrator, managers of family income, mother, to mention but a few.
We are multitasking. A mother can do so many things as a particular, and she can go to extra length to put food on the table.
Women are trying because when there's no money, even you hide it inside your house, you try to bring it out because you don't want your children to be hungry.
In our culture, especially Nigerians, your role as a woman is to bear children, cook for the family, or probably you go to the farm and bring food that you cook.
Despite these numerous contributions of women in the family, she still suffers some setbacks and marginalization for being a woman.
A man is a man, a woman is a woman. There are some certain issues if you want to discuss, you must involve the women. But there are some of them, if you want to discuss, you will not involve them. But generally, in my culture, women cannot inherit.
The immediate past chairperson of Federation of Female Lawyers, Theresa Ikenga, in her strong terms, urged women to challenge any unfavorable treatment meted against them by men.
Challenge it. Please don't shy away because of cost of engaging a lawyer and going to court. There are
especially the indigent women.
Many believe that women deserve to be respected, loved, and cared for. In Abuja, Odiri Ogboru, Arutere, NTA News.
We take a break now. When we return, NTA Channel 5 News continues. Do stay with us.
Hold it! Me! I don't come out my hand from oil bunkering. General, what you going to yarn? What did the yarn serve? I don't understand though. Because they spoil our water and our environment. And it cause our people serious harm. Militants say, you know good. Me! I not do again Sam. Because why? Change begins with me.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Thanks for staying. Security is said to be everyone's business, but when it becomes a challenge, it draws the attention of the police. Ayenaje Outer reports that the residents of Life Camp are calling for police intervention as their lives are being threatened by criminals.
Life Camp Area Command comprises 7 divisions, namely Utako, Mabushi, Life Camp, Gwagwa, Idukarmo, Gwarimpa, and Galadima. Here residents say there are prevalent crimes like housebreaking, theft, and armed robbery.
I've heard of stealing, people breaking, attacking like Okadas. You know, some of these hoodlums attacking Okadas at night. It basically happens in the night, not in the broad daylight.
We have been encouraged not to be coming home or leaving the estate at night. So we have had a lot of incidents where some people burst out from the bush to stop cars, to rob them, and commit a lot of havoc.
These cashew plantations on both sides of the road, some residents say, are hideouts for criminals at night, especially at the boundary area between Life Camp and Gwarimpa. Security operatives say criminals escape into the plantations when chased. Ayenaje Outer, NTA News.
Accounts of the residents living at Idu residential industrial area shows pockets of insecurity rising from the operations of hoodlums who operate mostly at night on motorcycles and tricycles. The area commander of Life Camp, Ibrahim Audu, says the police is doing its best to tackle these concerns by having constant rate of flashpoints in the area.
The 2IC area commander, Life Camp Chief Superintendent of Police Ibrahim Audu, says the areas under his division, Idu, Karimu, Gwagwa, Gwarimpa, Life Camp, Mabushi, and Utako, are constantly raided to minimize the level of crimes in those areas.
It's mostly housebreaking and theft.
Okay.
But for the past 2 or 3 weeks, if you can observe, there's constant raiding.
Yes.
Constant raiding in all these black spots where we know all these hoodlums but after smoking or taking their drugs. And for this raiding for the past 3 of a month now, there have been the crime has gone down tremendously.
Callers on the program says the police is doing well, but need more motivation from government and other stakeholders for them to serve the society better.
People should be very careful with their environment. Okay. There is a need for security light. If there's bush, and then we have a number of DPOs, all have given out their numbers. If there's any suspicious, call. We'll be there.
CSP Audu called on FCT residents to collaborate with the police in information sharing. Safia and Norma Uche, NTA News.
Going round the central area of the city, hawkers and beggars were found to have returned to the city center despite all measures put in place to checkmate the ugly trend. Ayenaje Alta tells us more.
Residents of the FCT have had cause to complain about the return of hawkers at almost every traffic light junction and major shopping malls in the FCT, as well as beggars in the central area of Abuja, comparing Abuja to other cities of the world.
The situation generally is not is not good. It's not a good to the society. Abuja in general, it's not good. It's not a good picture because they look at the environment. It's not they litter about the surrounding and the way they are moving. Some of them, they will run away when the task force are coming to arrest them.
Thing is bad, but even though it's not good to litter, I guess that there should be like some measures that should be taken. Maybe they should get baskets so that when you're done eating, you throw it inside.
Apart from condemning the act, they also talked about littering the environment through buying these products, consuming them on transit, and throwing their packs away indiscriminately. Director Abuja Environmental Protection Board AEPB, Abubakar Hassan, whose responsibility it is to take charge of the issue, clears the air on that.
So these hawkers have our psychology. They are aware of all these things. So when they notice that the strength has reduced by half, they will now be in a central area while you are operating at Jabi. If they know you are at life camp, they will now shift to Gwarimpa. This is the way they do, but we keep on following them. So these mobile nuisances are the most difficult and dangerous ones. One, if you are looking for criminals, that's where you get criminals, because they go about surveilling. They are part of people that do surveillance inside the city to commit crime. Because they will come out in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. They will be carrying items that are not more than 500 naira. Even if you buy them 1 million naira, they will not sell because that is not their mission. They have another mission. We've been arresting them with dangerous weapons.
He advised residents to desist from patronizing illegal car wash within town, while informing them that the AEPB is now fully responsible for collecting the solid and liquid waste bill. Ayenaje Alta, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration has expressed its resolve to continue sensitizing residents on the importance of the usage of pedestrian bridges in the FCT. Aisha Bashir went round the FCT to ascertain the level of compliance by residents.
Pedestrian bridges are constructed to reduce the risk of accidents and even save the time pedestrians waste while waiting for vehicles to speed past. In spite of the presence of the pedestrian bridges in some parts of the FCT, hit and run accidents are on the increase as pedestrians ignore the use of pedestrian bridges, preferring to risk their lives by crossing the busy expressway.
These pedestrian bridges are not just built or constructed on any kind of road. They are mostly put in place along the express, where you have traffic on both sides of the express. So even if you are able to run across one side of the express, it means you will still have to run across the second side of the express, which is very, very dangerous. If you're able to scale through the first one, you may not scale through the second one.
Some residents observed that security should be beefed up around pedestrian bridges, especially at night.
There was a time my friends were telling me that in Abuja, they wanted to use the pedestrian bridge in the night. So like they were robbed on top of the bridge. They collected their phones and everything.
It saved accidents. But nowadays I discovered that people don't like using it because the location where the pedestrian bridge are fixed is a little bit far from people's bus stop.
It is advisable for residents to get used to making use of the pedestrian bridges for their safety and to reduce accidents on the road. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
And now sports. The CAF Confederation Cup continues with Orlando Pirates set to host Enyimba Football Club as Tiger Woods leaves the hospital to continue his recovery at home. For details and more of these and sports brief, let's join Rukaya Abbas Hassan.
Orlando Pirates will be out to pick their first set of maximum points in the CAF Confederation Cup Group A when they host Enyimba FC today at Orlando Stadium. After managing an all-nil draw against ES Setif in their opening match in neutral Ghana, Pirates are placed second in this group and victory will see them top the table. The Soweto Giants could also find themselves dropping to third place if Al Ahli Benghazi record a victory over ES Setif at home today. Also, Anglo-Nigerian attacking midfielder Faustino Anjoni was spotted training with Chelsea's first teamers in their final walkout before today night's Champions League clash against Atletico Madrid at Stamford Bridge. The Premier League side hold a slender 1-0 advantage from the first leg in Bucharest, and as such, manager Thomas Tuchel is expected to field his strongest starting lineup. The last time Anjorin figured for Chelsea's first team was against Barnsley in the Emirates FA Cup on February 11th, his only appearance under new boss Tuchel. And in the UEFA Champions League round of 16 match day 2 yesterday, Real Madrid at home beat Atalanta 3-1. Manchester City also at home defeated Mönchengladbach 2-0 with an aggregate of 4-0. Today, Bayern Munich will be facing Lazio at home, while Chelsea will meet Atletico Madrid at Stamford Bridge. On a lighter note, Tiger Woods is out of hospital and recovering at home in Florida after his car crash. Woods underwent surgery on open fractures to his lower right leg and further injuries to his foot and ankle following a single vehicle crash in Los Angeles on February 23rd. The 55-year-old star confirmed in a statement on his Twitter feed that he is happy to report home and continue his recovery. With Sports Brief, Rukaya Abbas Hassan, NTA News.
And just before we go, remember to continue to observe all COVID-19 safety protocols to stay safe and prevent the spread of the deadly virus, even as figures decline. And that's the news. We thank you for being there. Have a good afternoon.